Hello, I'm Carrie and I'm back with another reading for you. And today I wanted to talk to my fellow light workers. How y'all doing? I feel like recently times have been a little hard. There's a lot going on in the world, and honestly just even existing can be difficult because being around people can be very draining when there's a lot going on in the world and people are carrying around that really heavy energy and you just feel it every single place you go. So I just wanted to pull some cards for my fellow light workers just to see what's going on, see what's up. So I already pulled these cards, pre-shuffled, pre-pulled, and honestly the energy that I'm getting is just rest and relax because change is coming. Okay, let's start over here. It says take a break. Clarified by yes. Take a break, yes. I don't know if lately you have been feeling like this, but just really being called to kind of slow down. I know last week I was just so tired that all I did was sleep. All I did in my spare time was sleep. Like I should be like doing fun stuff, but no, all I want to do is sleep. I'm just really, really tired. So I just took the time to take naps, sleep as much as possible, sleep as much as I wanted to, and didn't really get mad at myself for not doing anything else. I just slept and slept and slept, literally back to back to back. So if you've been called to do that, don't feel bad. It's just like that time of year. It's time to rest a little bit more, get a little bit extra sleep, and especially if you're getting drained a lot quicker than normal, you're gonna need more sleep than you used to. And then we've got break the chain and the initiation. So like these, it's interesting to see like the nice beautiful pink colors of these cards. And then we switch right over here and it's all dark and like ominous. So these doesn't have to be dark or scary or ominous, but sometimes it can certainly feel that way whenever like we're coming up on something that needs to be corrected, let's say. So break the chain says ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And from that, what I always see, especially when it comes to breaking change, is to make a change, like to do something differently, to redirect or reorient yourself from the way that you've always been doing things, the way things have always been in the past. And I say yourself because we cannot change anyone else. We only can control or change ourselves. And so in this instance, I see the cards talking about breaking the chain, so you not continuing doing the same things as the other people have done. If we're talking about ancestral patterns, but you going on and doing something different. But in order to go on and move forward and do that different thing, we do have to cross a threshold or a rite of passage. Like it's just having to go through a portal, like going through, I mean, there's like a point at which you change. If we're talking about a, gosh, what is this called? A sine wave? There's that point, that inflection point where it's going one direction and then it goes the other direction. And that is where the portal is. So right now you might be entering into that portal or coming up on it. And there's just a little bit of waviness, let's say, in your spirit. Like you just might not feel ready. You might be a little bit scared, even if you're feeling tired. Just know that that is just a part of the process. That's what I'm feeling called to tell you now. When it comes to making changes, you need like a little bit of extra effort, right? You got to put more pushing in when you go to actual going through the portal. Put more pushing in when you actually go to going into the portal than you do when you're just walking forward normally. Hopefully that's making sense to you. It just takes a little bit more effort. So we have the initiation. It looks a little bit ominous and scary, but just know it's like we're going from the old into the new. That's what's happening. Yes, it might be a little scary. It might require some different skills that we normally use, but that's the direction we're heading towards. And why not embrace it rather than run away from it or be afraid of it? Just embrace it. Like this is a part of life. This is a part of what I came here to do, to change things. I do not want to remain the same. So even if it requires me to put forth more effort and to like focus or try a little bit harder than I normally do to do this new thing, I can still do it. It's just a part of how things go. And then we have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And then align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? This all comes to the breaking of the chains. So whenever you're going through an initiation, or basically whenever you're going to do something you've never done before, there's always this like intuition that you have. It's like, okay, I feel that this is right. I feel that this is the right thing to do, but I don't know because I haven't done it before. And so there might be some doubts surrounding that. And you may not be fully on board with that, so you may not fully commit to it. This is saying to fully commit. Like if you have decided to change your life and to break ancestral patterns, I'm going to start with one that's very basic and one that's I'm working on right now, which is my patterns of eating, like the types of food that I eat. If I want to break my ancestral patterns of being obese, of eating foods that are not necessarily healthy for us, at least not now. Maybe back then when, they were eating all kinds of pork and stuff, it was healthy, good because that was the only substance that my family could get. But now I don't need to eat those kinds of things and they're actually detrimental towards my body. So I can say, yeah, I don't need to be eating that, but the actual part of doing the work, so of me substituting those foods in my diet, of me not even bringing them into my house, of me passing up if it's like if I'm somewhere out and I'm offered pork or any food that causes inflammation, things that are high in salt, high in fat, sugar, all that. If I just say no, I'm gonna pass that by. No, thank you, I'll pass it on to the next person. That is me, putting in the work rather than me just knowing that I shouldn't eat it. That's just an example, right? Like of us actually believing and aligning our life in ways in which are more help us be more successful in the future. So me eating right and me starting to exercise more. Just doing better for me and my body because I already know what happens in my family when, we don't eat right or exercise, like the high blood pressure, the diabetes, all those things. So breaking the change, doing something differently when you know what the outcome is going to be because you've seen it. And then we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And then leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. This message is very simple. It's just saying, follow your intuition. It's divinely guided. Trust that. Trust that you know what it is that you're talking about. Trust that the things are coming to you. Like if you've been called to like start writing that book, to start painting that painting, to start learning how to do that hairstyle, to start learning how to do your own nails, like all these things. If you've been called to do that, like you just feel like, oh, I could be, but you haven't actually put the effort in. It's just saying like, trust it. Trust that that's the right direction for you. Don't, have to keep getting the intuition, keep getting the hit, the download to do it over and over and over and over and over again and never act on it. It's saying, leap, you go first. You start and then all the things that you will need will show up for you. It's just how it happens. Magically shows up for you. If you start learning how to crochet, all the materials that you'll need come up for you. Like somebody be like, you know what? I don't need this anymore. You want this? Or if you start doing that painting, all of a sudden all the materials you'll need, the fancy brushes, the canvases, even the place to display your painting, all that will start coming forward towards you. It's just you got to go first. Like you have to put in the first step. Then the universe will catch you. And then all that's being clarified by the Council of Light, Divine Orchestration Helpers in the Subtle Realm. I love this card because so many times, especially as a light worker, especially as somebody who feels like they're surrounded by people who are different from them, it just really feels good to know that you are not alone. There are people who are there to help you. People in this physical world and also divine helpers, divine orchestration helpers in the subtle realms. So just know that you are not alone and that you can call on help at any time, whether it be from family, friends, therapists, or if you just pray and ask for help. Like that is possible. That can be done. And I just want to get more cards of clarification for my fellow light workers. So this is a timeless reading. This doesn't have to necessarily even be just what's going on right now in 2023, November 2023. That's just when this was shot. Got Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Anything that you used to do, you don't have to do anymore. You can let that go. You tried it. It wasn't for you. You can let it go. In the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Every single thing that you have gone through in your life, in your past lives, whatever lives, has been teaching you things that you can use towards your future. They don't just have to be like failures. Those are lessons learned. And then we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So as you continue to go through this life, you just continue to pick up lessons and education, and it really helps you to unbind yourself from the past. Like when we were kids, we believed certain things, like we believed in Santa. But now we can believe in so many more things than Santa. We can believe in other deities. We can believe in God. We can believe in ourselves. Like we. So I'm just talking about as we learn and mature. So this doesn't necessarily have to be from child to adult. This can be from this life to past lives. As we just continue to go through things, we learn so many things that we can apply towards our own lives. We can use them to make our own lives better, and then we can also help other people out when it comes forward and comes to things. Like we can give some advice because we've been through that, or we can help direct somebody in which direction to go because we understand the choice that they're making because we made it ourselves. This to me is the path of the light worker, someone who they understand life because they have lived, they have truly lived, they have made their own decisions because they have trusted in their own intuition. They've allowed that to guide them. And because of that, they have gotten some more information about how their intuition works, how the world works, the universe works, and now they're able to help other people see that by the way, not in which they act, not only by the advice they give, but the way in which they act, the way in which they move in this world. It is so important to see other people doing things that you yourself have not yet quite gotten the courage to do, but you've learned that you might, it's like, okay, I have the skill and ability, but I don't really know how to do it. And you see somebody else doing it, it is like, it's the most magical thing to see that outside of yourself. And then you can say, I can do it too, because I've seen this example. And sometimes I just feel like, yes, light workers are there for that. It can be a little scary because it's like you're going first. We got that, take the leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. But once you go first, so many people can follow behind in your footsteps because you have shown the path. You've shown them the way. And that's what I see by you have been training for this for lifetimes. Like you're used to this. You know how to do this stuff. You might not have done it in this life, but maybe you've done it in the past, or maybe you did it in another way when, like you did it when you were working over here at this school, but now you're over here at this other school. They don't even know anything about this concept, but you're showing them. It might be a little bit of, like the initiation might be a little rough in the beginning because they just don't quite get it or understand. But if you continue to hold that torch and show them the way, then they will be able to do that thing. So to all my light workers out there, I know it can be rough, especially being the first one, being the one to show people the way, not really having anybody to look on to tell you how to do it. But just know that that's what you are here for. You've been through this. You're not new to this. You're true to it. You can do it. And you can look good while you're doing it. I just feel like putting that out there because I see Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher. Beauty and devotion. You don't have to be rough out here doing this. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching this. I really hope this helps as you're going through your journey. And please don't forget to like, subscribe. I just want to say thank you so much for watching.